Hello and welcome to our interesting talk on kidney function and urine formation. I will be playing the part of blood coming into the kidney through the renal artery and continuing my journey through the afferent arterioles.
And I will be the renal tubules and collecting ducts. Stick around and find out how blood gets filtered through the kidneys to form filtrate, which eventually becomes urine.
Blood into the kidneys finds its way to the glomerulus, a bunch of capillaries that look like a ball of yarn. The glomerulus is found inside the renal capsule. From here, blood is forced through by hydrostatic pressure. Substances like water, glucose and nitrogenous waste make up filtrate, which is taken in by the renal capsule.
Once the filtrate comes my way, the real action of reabsorption and secretion begins. The glomerular filtration rate is the volume of filtrate formed every minute from all 2 million glomeruli in the kidneys. The ideal amount of filtrate in a healthy adult is around 125 milliliters per minute. The kidneys have two controls to keep this rate constant. A myogenic control reacts to the stretch in the afferent arteriole, while the tubuloglomerular feedback mechanism responds to the rate of filtrate flow.
If I am coming in too slowly, the good old renin-angiotensin mechanism will kick in and increase blood volume through an increase in sodium reabsorption. Now if I have just too much flow, the sympathetic nervous system will back me up. Literally. The afferent arterioles I come in through will be constricted.
When filtrate makes its way to the proximal convoluted tubule, plenty of sodium is reabsorbed back into the blood. Glucose, amino acids, vitamins and most cations move back into the blood too. These substances are taken by secondary active transport, hitching a free ride with sodium.
Now don't get alarmed. Not everything that I gave as filtrate comes back to me. Some things need to stay in the filtrate, such as urea, creatinine and uric acid. 99% of the original filtrate does come back my way, leaving only 1% to be excreted as urine.
As the filtrate moves through the different parts of the tubules, different substances are reabsorbed. The PCT is the most active site of reabsorption. Continuing on into the loop of Henle, water is leaving in great amounts down the descending portion of the loop. As flow goes back up the ascending loop of Henle, it is very permeable to electrolytes like sodium, potassium and chloride. Water is not allowed to leave through this part of the tubule.
By this time, I have taken back almost everything that I had given to filtrate. This may seem like a waste, no pun intended. The body knows what it's doing. The next step is where the body will take or leave things depending on what it needs at that moment. Hormones like aldosterone regulate sodium, while ADH adjusts for water. Parathyroid hormone regulates calcium. If physically necessary, all water and sodium can be reclaimed.
The last stage of filtrate formation is concerned with tubular secretion. This is the reabsorption process in reverse. So, things that are not wanted by the body that didn't get into the filtrate before, now will get their chance to become part of urine. This includes hydrogen, potassium, and ammonium ions. Urine has both filtered and secreted substances.
Tubular secretion is most active in the PCT, but it can still occur within the DCT and collecting ducts.
This final step is important for a few reasons. It disposes of certain drugs and metabolites. It eliminates end products like urea and uric acid, gets rid of any extra potassium. It also controls the pH of the blood by altering the amounts of hydrogen ions, bicarbonate ions, and chloride ions.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up. I feel much more filtered now. Well, until next time, which will be within the next 22 minutes or so. That is how often all of the plasma in our body goes through this filtering process. Now, that's some quick cleanup.